of outplacement service, but we don't want that. We want to do it at a time when we can focus on that and focus well on that.
Hi, guys. I think you just heard the phone ringing. Sorry for the little bit of a break in the action here, but that was my mother. She's 90, and she was calling, even though she knew we were doing the podcast, but she kind of forgot to ask me where her will was. You know, she's turning 90 years old, and it's really important that she knows the location of her will. And I said, Mom, I'm sure it's somewhere, but we're in the middle of the podcast. Can I call you back? So we're back now. Sorry about that.
And if you remember, we're talking about outplacement before the family interruption.
Sorry.
So on an outplacement piece, we were talking about the services and how they start. They start once you initiate the first meeting. And so our thinking was, let's do it at a time that we can really focus on it. But we do want to take advantage of it because hopefully they're going to be able to give us tips and tricks on how to deal with this new world of applying to a job. And maybe they'll be able to give us some hints and some ways to go after recruiters that really will give us the ability to find the kinds of positions that we're looking
and
for.
Tips and tricks, even with if it's not a recruiter, how do you just stay on top of your online application to make sure that it's actually going through and that you should be looking for confirmations? And also just taking a look at our resumes because, you know, we think we're wonderful and we've created these wonderful, wonderful, best, you know, most clear resumes, and they might say, you know what, you need to adjust the verbiage a little bit. You know, the wording's got to be a little more clear or concise. And so it will be really helpful to have, you know, fresh new eyes looking at ourselves. And again, you know, this is their thing, right? They're supposed to help when it comes time for when you've been either restructured or whatever, and to help you move on to your next role. So we'll do it.
Yes, and then what we're hoping to do is take that whatever advice and tips and tricks that we're learning from the outplacement services is to bring that onto our podcasts and share that with all of you out there and hopefully help you guys as you're looking for your job searches also. Mm-hmm. The other thing that was a bit interesting is that we found that was a little more difficult than we thought it was going to be and left us a little confused was the unemployment application process, right, Sal?
Yeah, I mean, we went online and, you know, we thought it was going to be easy sneezy, and it wasn't, you know, and actually well, the good news is we've signed up, but that's
we've registered.
Oh, I'm sorry, we've registered, and that's all we've done, and that's as far as we got, but that's a major accomplishment considering when we went in and we were taking a look and we're like, what? It was really confusing. Again, all going back to the whole dazed and confused, none of this stuff is easy.
No, it's all online too. The whole thing is online. And I guess understanding the sequence and all of that about registering and then what do you need from your company and how all that works, we're still trying to work all that out. And again, that's information that we're going to share with everyone once we have it sorted out for ourselves. Mm-hmm. Right, Shelley? Mm-hmm. And so a little bit about what we're going to talk about for the next podcast, Shelley. So we really want to continue on this line of, searching for your job, looking at the online process and this whole area of networking and how important it is, both online and offline.
Yep, it's going to be really important because we want to spend a big portion of our time talking about the resumes and everything you need to do because this is what's going to sell you, right? It's this one little piece of paper and those connections that you have that can help you land your next job. So, you know, it might be 1, 2, 3, 4 podcasts, who knows? But every little snippet and everything we learn, we want to make sure that we're sharing, you know, to help your journey be a little bit easier.
Yeah, and we're going to actually go through some personal examples. Like I have a few that's actually happened in the last week or so in getting those connections. Mm-hmm. And interesting, it's kind of amazing how all of a sudden I went to having meetings with no one to having like a full set of meetings to schedule for a week just because of certain connections and networks that I've made and just following up and making sure that I'm following up with people. So we're going to try to focus on that over the next couple of podcasts because I think that's really at the heart of what you need to do when you start looking for another opportunity, another job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And speaking of like stories, and we really are interested to hear back from you. This is our fourth podcast now. So if you have any questions or you have suggestions for us on any topics that we should be looking at or exploring, or if you have a story that you want to share, we want to start talking about those. And the best way is to send us an email at offnowwhat at gmail.com. And also you can go to our website,
www.offnowwhat. Right?
Okay, we're going to have our producer cut this, and we're going to start all over again. All right, so we're going to take it from after we've got send us an email. So here we go again. So we're going to be enough time to cut all this stuff. So
yes, Itzik, this is for you, man.
Send us an email at offnowwhat@gmail.com, or
you can go to our website, www.offnowwhat.com,
or you can use 50 or 50 the number, or 50. Cut that, cut that. Just keep it at over 50. Sorry, we're getting punchy right now. It's too late. Why don't you just cut that? Now we're going to say goodbye.
No. We got to try it one more time. I'll do it. Listen, guys, what we'd really like to make sure that you're doing is we're hearing from you as well. So if you've got any questions or suggestions, or you've got a story that you want to share, make sure that you're sending us either an email or you're going to our website. So our email is offnowwhat@gmail.com, or you can go to our website, which is www.over50andfired.nowwhat.com.
That's right.
Or over 50, the number sign and fired, nowwhat.com. But we'd love to hear from you. We want to share this stuff because we're all in this together. So thanks again for your time, and we'll check in next week.
We're looking forward to it. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.